Josh Carter here with J&J Custom Tackle and Outdoor Ambitions. Here to talk to you a little bit about how my BFL went down on the Bugs Island. I fished the Piedmont Division. Had a great time, awesome event, awesome practice. Can't say so much about the tournament, but awesome practice. Learned a lot. Learned a lot through the tournament too, what I should have been doing probably. But I didn't get a lot of practice for this event. I only got to practice Friday with my work schedule and vacation and whatnot. And so I knew that was going to happen. So I did a lot of map research prior through Google and Bing, and then my Lowrance unit on the Insight, which is awesome mapping. You're able to go in and kind of find your depth contours. But I just went online and kind of looked at a lot of points, secondary points, and then I tried to go in and find a lot of the spawning flats and deep water near the spawning flats. That was kind of key to what I was looking for. But a lot of my fish that I caught during practice come mid-creek. And all of them come off of a green pumpkin brush hog with an 1/8 ounce tungsten weight. I just pegged the weight and I was flipping her right over in the buckbrush. And they were just hammered. By the time it hit the bottom, they already had it in their mouth. So I didn't throw a real heavy line on that because I was throwing such a smaller weight, but I was still throwing about I think that was 12-pound test I was throwing on that. And then the next key thing for me to get my bites was this J&J Custom Tackle black and blue jig with a critter crawl black and blue. And it was the same way, but my bigger fish come off this jig. I caught a couple of 3s and I caught a really nice 7, which I would have never caught wished I wouldn't have caught during practice, but it is what it is. But I could catch a lot of fish, or I was getting a lot of bites on this. I wasn't setting the hook on everything. I was just trying to see where I was getting my bites, and then I might set the hook in one spot here and there, just kind of see what kind of qualities in the creek. But a lot of people were catching a lot of their fish in the backs of the creeks with weightless worms and flukes and stuff like that. And I didn't try that so much. I knew there was a lot of buckfish back there, a lot of cruising fish back there. But I didn't want to focus on it. I was focusing on big fish, and I was trying to stay mid-creek, and I was doing a good job with it. But what messed me up was Saturday was at the tail end of a front, and it wasn't a bad, it didn't get real cold, but it kept that cloud cover in. And for a pitching and flipping bite, you really need sun to pull them tight to the structure. You can still catch them, but it's easier. You know where to flip to when you got the sun. But something I learned during practice was I watched a guy catch a nice 6-pounder off of a chatterbait. And I picked one up, tied it on, but I never threw it during practice. I didn't want to get none of those fish to bite this during practice if it did that well. So during the day of the tournament, pulled up my first spot, pulled up on a secondary point on the inside, and threw a chatterbait, caught a 3-pounder. But that's all I could get going. I couldn't get nothing else going with this. And I tried to cover some water, but maybe I didn't cover enough. I don't know. But couldn't get nothing else going with it. But around 1 o'clock, the sun started coming out. By 1:30, I started catching fish again. I was able to salvage the day with the brush hog. I only got 4 keepers, little ones. Like I said, I managed 7 pounds. Got me some good points, but that's about it. So, but talking to a lot of the guys and some of the guys we traveled with and all that, it seemed like the key thing for them was a spinnerbait. And I can see it with the cloud cover and all that, and the fish are roaming around. It was easier, I think it was easier to cover more water with a spinnerbait and try to get more bites out of it. They said they caught a lot of little fish too, but you was also catching good quality fish as well. And it bugs me because I love throwing a spinnerbait, and for some reason I never picked it up and threw it. And I had it tied on in my box, but never threw it. So anyway, moving on, we got Gaston coming up next. I'm hoping that's kind of going to be a drop shot, shaky head bite. I don't know. It still might be on beds down there. That's around in the first part of May, so they still might be on beds. The way the moon's kind of setting up too, I think it's going to be a heavy spawn then. But anyway, go on our J&J Custom Tackle page, check out our jigs. We make shaky heads, we make a little bit of everything, drop shots, all kinds of stuff. But then also go on Outdoor Ambitions and check us out. We got our Facebook page for both pages. Our web pages should be up here soon and running. Go on there and check them out, like them. We do contests on them, giving away lures and all that, and we also do some fishing tips. But go on there and check them out. comment on the video. Let me know what you think, what you want to hear, and I'll see what we can do about updating everything and getting you some better information. But like I said, get a chance, check them out, and I'll update you on Gaston. Thank you.